Um, I can't believe the year is over. It looks like to me, the older I get, the faster the time runs. I don't know why, but this is the very last day of this year. In about 12 hours or so, we have a new year coming, and hopefully this is the year the Lord will return, and we shall all go home together. We'll be with Him forever. Um, this is part 3 of the sermon I'm going to give on this thing. I don't know if there will be part 4. Probably there will be. It's what I learned at Wimmer Health Institute, a Seventh-day Adventist institute that is absolutely, in my view, first class, or what they teach and what they do. Basically, their teaching is based on, number 1, the Bible. Number 2, the spirit of prophecy. Number 3, true science. Because true science never contradicts the Holy Scriptures. So that is the 3 textbooks that have they use, and whatever I'm getting here, mostly from there. What I have, I might have added here and there a few things, but by large, by every measure, it's all coming from there. Part 3, let me see if this works today. Yeah, yes, it does work. Now, I've showed you this picture before. So I'm going back to show you just to start, and so it will be a continuation of the previous one. Let me see. All right. The scripture that Mark read so ably is found in Genesis 1:29. Then God said, I give you every seed-bearing plant on the face of the whole earth, and every tree that has fruit with seeds in it. They will be your food. God knew that we needed health-restoring, health-giving food. And that is from trees that have fruits and then seeds in them. Like walnut, we're going to go through that, or all kinds of plants that the Lord has given us to give us a healthy lifestyle. Okay. That's if you see, yeah, I'm sorry. A sliced carrot looks like a human eye. Just how everybody knows that carrot is good for your eyes, for your vision. Is that right? Is there anybody who doesn't know carrot is good for your eyes? All right. Well, a tomato has 4 chambers and it's red. The human heart has 4 chambers: the right auricle, the left auricle, the right ventricle, and the left ventricle. 4 chambers. They're all red. Why? They have blood in them. So tomato is good for your heart, basically. It has lycopene and is indeed good for a heart health. Uh-oh. Grape hangs in clusters that has shapes of the heart. Take a piece of grape and look at it. It has the shape of a heart. Each grape looks like a blood cell. If you have ever seen a blood cell, red blood cell, what it looks like is exactly like a red grape if you look at it. And this is to restore the health, restore our health. Each grape looks like a blood cell, and all of the research today shows that today's science, true science, shows grapes are also profound heart and blood vitalizing food. And if you look at walnut, what does it look like? It looks like, it looks like a brain. A little brain. Left and right hemisphere. You see, your brain has two parts, the right the right hemisphere, the left hemisphere. The speech is based on the right side, and the motor is on the speech is on the left. Excuse me, and motor is on the right. Uh, you probably have heard recently I had a car accident in which I had bleeding in the brain called subdural hematoma on the left side. So they thought I had speech problem and was giving me speech therapy for a little while. But thank God the blood did not affect the brain. It did not shift. It resolved it on its own. So there is no problem, and that is a gift of God, and God was the one who took me out of that. It says, even the wrinkles or folds in the nut are just like neocortex. A cortex is the part of your brain, that thinks, judgment, thinking, memory, and all of those are based in the cortex. And this walnut looks like this. And I did not think about this until I went to Walmart. Weimar, they teach this really well. We now know walnuts help develop more than 3 dozen neurotransmitters for brain function. Neurotransmitters are the proteins or the substance that connects neurons. They talk to each other. The neurons, the nerve cells talk to each other. They have to have this neurotransmitter proteins between them in order to be able to understand each other and do what they need to do. And this walnut looks like that. Okay. And this one is very familiar to everybody. Kidney beans actually heal and help maintain kidney function very well. They look exactly like the human kidney and good for your kidneys. Celery, bok choy, rhubarb, and many more just like bones. These foods especially target bone strength. Bones are 23% sodium made of, and those foods have 23% sodium in it, these particular vegetables. If you don't have enough sodium in your diet, the body pulls it from the bones, and what happens to the bones? They become weaker. These foods replenish skeletal needs of the body. Avocado is my favorite fruit. I really love it. I eat at least 2-3 times a week, and it's good for you. Avocados, eggplants, pears target the health and function of the womb and cervix of a female. They look just like those organs. Today's research, this is science now coming in, shows that when a woman eats 1 avocado a week, it balances the hormones, shades the unwanted birth weight, and prevents cervical cancers. Isn't that amazing? And how the profound is this? It takes exactly 9 months to grow an avocado from blossom to ripened fruit. And there are over 14,000 photolytic chemicals constituents of nutrition in each one of these foods. It takes 9 months from blossom to fruit. And how long does it take to have a baby for a woman? 9 months. Now, is that by grace or by God's design, or it just happened by chance? No, I don't think so. I think God planned it that way. Okay. This is another, we don't get, this is seasonal in this country. We only get once in a while during, I think it's coming now, but you can always find dry fig at Costco or anywhere else. That's where I buy Costco. They always have it. Figs are full of seeds. There's just a bunch of them. I don't know how many thousands in there. And hang it in twos where they grow. Figs increase mobility of male sperm and increase the numbers of sperm as well as to overcome the male sterility. Sometimes when a woman doesn't have a kid or unable to have one, we think it's the woman's fault. Not at all. Men have just as much problem. So sometimes they have to, some people, at least in Ethiopia where I come from, they divorced their wife because she was unable to have a baby. I think they do it even here too. It's not just the woman's fault. The males have a problem as well, and this will help for that. I think everybody knows this one. Sweet potatoes look like pancreas. It's a very, very important organ in our body. Pancreas is. The function of pancreas, who knows what pancreas does? Yeah, what does it do? That's correct. Pancreas produces insulin. Not only insulin, it produces digestive juices that can digest your food in your stomach. If you don't have pancreas, it's very difficult to digest your food because trypsin, the digestive juices, are not there. And more importantly, it produces insulin. And insulin is the thing that will help the muscles pick up the glucose from the blood and use it to produce energy. Without pancreas producing insulin, your body cannot use glucose. Your glucose goes high. A lot of people go to coma sometimes. They go to coma. They cannot live that way. So sweet potatoes look like pancreas and actually balance the glycemic index of diabetes. That is, they keep the sugar level of people who are diabetic so that it won't go too high and make them go into comas and die if they are not appropriately taken care of immediately. So sweet potatoes are good for you. Or some people say, it's too sweet, I don't need it, I'm diabetic. It's actually the opposite. They should eat this one because it will help to increase, to keep the glycemic index level normal instead of going too high. So eat more sweet potatoes. They're good for you. This one, olives, assist the health and the function of the ovaries. It's good for men too. You guys don't get it. Because this idea is not only for women, it's for men as well. It assists the health and function of ovaries. All right. Orange, grapefruit, and other citrus fruits look like just like a mammary glands of a female and actually assist the health of breast and movement of lymph in and out. Lymph are the things that are filtered out from the blood and they carry health-giving stuff to all kinds of your body. So it's very, very essential, fruit like orange. We should eat it at least 2-3 times a week. Not the orange juice you buy from supermarket. The real orange. Why is the supermarket orange, the juice not good? Why? Because added sugar. A lot of it is sugar, and sugar is not good for you. I'm talking about the artificial, not artificial, shouldn't say it. A sugar that is processed. Any processed food is not good for you, according to Wimmer Institute. Any processed food is not good for you. You should avoid it. And the white sugar we see is processed. We really should avoid it. I do not use it at all. because since I went to Wimmer, and they really helped me to overcome a lot of the difficulties I had since I had the bout of cancer, if you remember that, and they have helped me a great deal. All right. The next one is onions. I hope these fonts are big enough for you guys to read it. Uh, Onions look like a body cells. If you've seen a cell, a human cell under microscope, uh, they just look like onions. They really do. It's really amazing. Today's research, that is science, shows onions help clear the waste materials from all of the body cells. Each cell, each of our body cells, they breathe, they eat, they do everything that we do. We think we're eating it. It's actually our cells because we are made of trillions and trillions of cells in our body. It's really amazing how wonderfully and seriously the psalmist says, the Lord has made me. How fearfully we are made. It's amazing. They even produce tears, which, how many of you like to chop the onions? I don't. You know what? It makes me cry. And that's, they're doing their job. That's what they're doing. They think that something is bad, and so they try to tell your body, you shouldn't do this one. But we still have to do it, though. They even produce tears, which was epithelial layers of the eye. Working companion, garlic, also helps eliminate waste materials and dangerous free radicals from the body. Free radicals are proteins that have been taken away. They're added electron, and therefore they're free radicals. They go around and cause a ravage in our body unless they are taken care of. And garlic does help to do that. Garlic is probably one of the best food you can eat. Absolutely. All right. The next one is exercise. Exercise is probably one of the best medicine you can get. If you don't exercise, you start doing it. I became a member of the YMCA. I go almost 4 or 5 times a week, and it's really good for you. You don't know how well you feel until you start life-giving, invigorating exercise. So exercise is elixir of energy. It means it produces. Absolutely wonderful. U.S. Surgeon General reports on physical activity and health states that physical exercise is the single best predictor of longevity. So if you want to live long, exercise every day. You don't have to go and lift weight or do that kind of heavy stuff. You can start slowly, but you can also walk at 4 miles per hour. That's a very good exercise. That's right. Huh? Walking in the dark? Oh, okay. Walking a dog? I think that's a good idea because some dogs can make you walk really well. So that is a good idea, Carol. Walking a dog is a good thing because walking is good for you. Somebody's going to say something else? All right. Harvard alumni study shows, on the average, every hour you exercise increases your lifespan. Again, this is from Wimmer. Every hour you exercise increases your lifespan by 2 hours. Man, I like to walk all the time if that's the case. And they say this is proven scientifically by a Harvard alumni study, according to Wimmer again. Active people are less sick, have more energy, are more successful at weight management, cope better with the stresses and pressures of life, have less depression, have more positive self-image. Amen. Yeah. Amen. I agree. I agree. I agree. That is the truth. Maybe that's why these people live long. Maybe that's why people they live long. Positive attitude is absolutely essential. Every United States of America adult should accumulate 30 minutes or more moderate intensity physical activity in the most preferably all days of the week. We can die every day. It's easy to do. We can do this every day. It is recommended by U.S. Surgical as well. And also the Spirit of Prophecy tells us the same thing. In 1995, recommendation of the Centers for Health Disease Control and American College of Sports Medicine is their recommendation that we should walk, we should be active, some sort of physical exercise. Dr. Kenneth Cooper, founder of aerobic movement, promotes low-intensity exercises. 48% who run or jog 1 to 20 miles per week suffer injuries to their joints and muscle legs. He recommends walking instead. Walking at upper range of natural gait, which is efficient and produces much less wear and tear on the joints. So if you start jogging, and particularly jogging and running too much, it's not very good for your knees, for your ankle, where you could have tears and wearing of the joint spaces, as well as the tendons and ligaments. So walking is another thing he recommends. We recommend walking as low impact, moderate exercise. Get at least 10,000 steps per day. Take 10,000 steps per day. That is good for you. Maybe you can get Apple Watch, you can look it, or whatever device you can get. Or if you have your iPhone, you can put it on your iPhone. Your iPhone can tell you how many steps you have taken today and how fast you walked and all of that stuff. Consult with your physician before you start doing this thing. That is what they say at Weimer anyway. Cholesterol treatment. Cholesterol, where does cholesterol come from? Anybody? It comes from fat. That's too general term though, fat. What fat? I mean, almond has a lot of fat in it. Almond has a lot of fat in it. Okay, thank you. That's correct. You're right, it's animal fat. So cholesterol can only come from animal sources, whether it's eggs, meat, chicken, whatever animal source it is, that or butter for that matter, that's animal product too. Or whole milk, that's animal product too. Cholesterol can only come from animals, nowhere else. No plant can produce any cholesterol whatsoever. And some people think avocado has, for instance, a lot of fat in it, a lot. But it is a good fat. It is unsaturated fat. It means it has double bond, some of its molecules. So it's good fat for you. There is a good fat, there is a bad fat. It all depends on the source of where the fat comes from. Vegan diet, no side effect at all. Vegan means you only eat plant-based, no animal product whatsoever. That is an excellent way of treating cholesterol, high cholesterol. Now, some people have what's called familial cholesterolemia. It means they have genetic tendency that produces to cholesterol. Even if you're vegan, you may still have high cholesterol, and that need to be treated. There are treatments for high cholesterol for people who have too much of it. Statins has many adverse side effects. Statins, you can take it, but if you are vegan, you don't have to worry because that automatically take care of your cholesterol. There is no cholesterol in any animal, in any vegetables or vegetarian plant produced. So these people don't need to take. But those who need, they can take statins, but it has a lot of side effects as well. So, um, this is from the spirit of prophecy. Walking in all cases where it is possible is the best remedy for diseased bodies. This is from the pen of Ellen White. Because in these exercises, all the organs of the body are brought into use. Everything, every part of your body is put into use. There is no exercise that can take a place of walking. This is from the pen of Ellen White again. But circulation of the blood is improved. And circulation is the most important thing that gives us health, our health, invigorates us. So walking is very good for you. I think I've said that so many times, and this is just to buttress that idea from the pen of Ellen White. Water. The best beverage anybody can have. Just pure water, plain water. Our bodies prefer slightly warm to cool water. Again, this is from Ellen White. Very cold water shuts down digestion and diminishes the body's thirst signals. Too cold water is not good for you. The best time to drink water is between meals. It's either about half an hour before eating or about an hour after eating that we should drink. Otherwise, what does it do? It goes in there, dilutes, creates a lot of stuff, and it interferes with digestion. So we should drink water 2 hours, 30 minutes before, or maybe an hour later. The best time to drink water is between meals. Drink water up to 15 to 30 minutes before meals and about 2 hours, it says, but they also did say an hour is okay. Drinking with meals dilutes the digestive juices and distends our stomach, which slows down digestion. You say, I got indigestion in here, we say sometimes. That's what it is. Okay. Heaven's choicest blessings. Again, from the pen of Ellen White, The Ministry of Healing, page 237. In health and in sickness, pure water is one of heaven's choicest blessings. Its proper use promotes health. It is the beverage which God provided to quench the thirst of animals and man. Drunk freely, it helps supply the necessities of the system and assists the nature to resist disease. So if you want to be healthy, drink water. Now some people drink Pepsi Cola, Coca-Cola, they think they're drinking water. It's not. That is sugar dissolved in water. It is bad for your health, according to Ellen White's instructions. Sunlight. Sometimes we don't get a lot of sunlight in America, in the northern hemisphere as a whole, but we get enough. So there is no exercise. Sun is absolutely the best medicine. Sun is an incredible radiation powerhouse with a surface temperature of 11,000 degrees Fahrenheit and an interior temperature of 18 million degrees Fahrenheit. Can you imagine that? 18 million. Without the sun, there will be no life on this earth. There will be all the energies you can think of. All comes from the sun. By the process of photosynthesis, they get the chlorophyll in a plant molecule, get the energy from the sun to start synthesizing carbohydrate. That's the food we eat. And everything else comes from there. Even the meat we eat comes from there because those cows have to eat some carbohydrates in the form of grass or whatever it is. So the sun is absolutely a most amazing things if you think about it. It's amazing God. What he has the power to create this kind of things. It just makes me wonder why he loves me so much when he has so much power, he can do so much things. And look what he did for us. He created the sun over there. The earth revolves around the sun at the speed of about 250, rotates on itself about 24 hours. Every 24 hours, the earth rotates around on itself, on its own axis. So we have day and night. That's how we get day and night. And also the earth revolves around the sun, giving us seasons, fall, spring, winter, all of those. That's because of the revolving of the sun around the sun. So this God put this planet, this little planet, in such a place. It's not too close enough to be vaporized. It's not far away to die of cold. Like you can't live on Mercury, or you cannot live on Mars either, for that matter. Mars is too far, Mercury is too close. But he placed that in such a right place, in such a right position, that this is a good place to live for humans. Amazing God, amazing creator. Okay, pressure at the center of the sun is about 700 million tons per inch. Imagine that. Enough to smash atoms and create nuclear fusion. Material at the core is so hot, an amount the size of a pinhead could kill a person from a mile away. Pinhead, a mile away. Amazing. God placed the sun at the optimal distance. It's about 93 million miles from us. 93 million miles from us. We're not too close, we're not too far. He placed that at the right place. What an amazing God. That's it. Thing is not working. Anyway, I can read it from here. Light is essential to all life. Yeah, light is essential to all life. Solar power gives energy for plants to grow. In fact, solar power is the originator of nearly all natural occurring energy on the earth. Where it is petroleum that we use to drive, where it is the food we eat, all the energy comes then from the solar. Now, we have heard of solar panel. We were talking about a few years ago about getting a solar panel for our church. I got the idea from Mark, and we went and got a solar panel on our house. Our electric bill is normally about $15, $12 per month. Amazing. We get it directly from the sun. We may still do that for our church, I don't know. Like plants, humans need sunlight for optimal health. We do need sunlight. Plants need, without sunlight, the plant cannot survive at all. Without sunlight, humans cannot survive at all. And okay, moderation, sunlight can ease tension. Maybe you feel tense. Just go out to the sun, sit in there, and you will feel it. Boost immunity. The human immunity is made of complex systems. The white cells, they have different, the lymphocytes. This immune system are enhanced by the sunlight when we are exposed to the sunlight. It prevents disease. How does it prevent disease? By increasing our immunity. If our immunity is intact, it will resist the disease. It's amazing the way the Lord made us, how He created us, so that He put this immune system in our system. They are soldiers that fight off disease that comes. Amazing God. It improves sleep. If you're exposed to sunlight, you sleep well. Increases mental performances. Heightens metabolism. In other words, it increases metabolism. Relieves, guess what? Arthritis. Boosts energy levels. What I learned at Wimmer, it's an amazing Seventh-day Adventist Health Institute. I probably will go back sometimes. I don't know when it's going to be. If I have time, I'll go back. But it is a truly amazing Adventist institution for health. They teach you how to cook. They teach you what kind of foods you should cook and how often you should eat, when you should drink, what we should do in order to be healthy. It's the best thing that happened to me in the Adventist. I grew up in Adventist church. I wasn't Adventist. My family were not Adventists. I was the first one to become an Adventist in my family. But I grew up in the church because I went to church school. I went to church universities and colleges. So I am very, very blessed in that respect. But Wimmer probably is the very best thing that happened to me. And I hope you'll get something from this. And may the Lord bless each one of you.